Hey everybody, it is the Redmen TV and I am back with another starting 11 prediction show. This time it's Liverpool, it's Leicester City, it's Premier League. After the international break, we've got no players, but we don't care. We still hope that we're going to smash Brendan Rodgers and his boys upside the face. We are brought to you today by Finalizing, the Fan of the Year app, and I will talk a little bit about that later. But first and foremost, as we are here to predict the starting 11, and it could be one of the hardest starting 11 predictions of the season because everybody's injured. They're all dead, essentially, and there's probably time for someone to come back or someone to get injured even before Sunday's game. So, as it stands, this is what I think Jurgen Klopp will do with the starting 11. So, I think we're going to play Alisson Becker in goal. I think there's no issues there as it stands. We've actually got him and Adrian, which is really cool. We've got him and the backup. Brilliant, absolutely sound. I'm going to go on a limb and say that Andy Robertson is forced to start this game. Obviously, he felt his hamstring while on international duty for Scotland. But, you know, I think Andy Robertson is going to play in this game. At centre-backs, I think it's going to be Fabinho and Joel Matip. I hope it's going to be Fabinho and Joel Matip because I don't like the sound of Williams and Phillips at the back. Wrap him in cotton wool. Please come back, Fabinho. Please. And if you do, you're slotting right in at centre-half there. I think right back with Trent going down injured. He's going to miss about 4 games or something like that. James Milner is pretty much the only option there for us. So I think he's going to go there. I don't think we're going to put Nico Williams in there at right back. I do think it's going to be James Milner. He'll slot in at the back. Then the midfield, question marks over that as well. I'm going to throw it in as a 4-3-3. I don't actually think it'll be a 4-3-3, but I'm going to, based on these players, based on Jordan Henderson passing a fitness test, being able to put his body on the line once again. Gini Wijnaldum, he should be sound to go, no issues over him. We're going to bring Thiago back. Finally, please, just let Thiago be fit for this one. And if that is the starting midfield, with all the injuries and the starting defence, with all the injuries that we've got, I'm okay. I'm okay with that, to be honest with you. I'm going to go Jota. I'm going to go Mane. And I'm going to go Bobby Firmino. Obviously, we know Mo Salah returned another positive test for COVID-19 the other day. So that's me starting 11. I'm going to go into the subs next, and we'll talk about different variations. Let me know in the comments. I'll get to the comments a little bit later, and we'll look at the different variations. This is my best case scenario team. After we've done the subs, we'll do worst case scenario team as well. So I'm going to go that Adrian is going to be the backup goalkeeper. I think Nat Phillips and his magnificent beard get a spot on the bench. Hopefully Chimikas is around and plays for us and he can get on the bench as well. Kurt Jones should be laughing. Hopefully Naby Keita is fit. Yeah, maybe. Xherdan Shaqiri, I'll move Naby up there so it's 4 and 3. And then Takumi Minamino. Obviously there's a space there for maybe someone like a Reece Williams or Divock Origi could make it onto the bench as well. But with the 7 subs, I think that's probably going to be it. Before I do worst case, I just want to go through and pick my fantasy 4 over on the Fanity app as well. So we're going to get that one sorted right now. But I can't because my internet has just gone down, which is absolutely fantastic. So we'll try and sort that out while I get into some of the comments and stuff as well. Once we do, we should be absolutely sound. Let me know your starting 11s in the comments section. We'll start to go through them. What you think I've got right, what you think I've got wrong as well. That would be really helpful to me. Hopefully we've got the Fanity app back up and running any second now, Si. It should be good. Are you good? Excellent. The internet is back. So fancy football, and then we're going to do all the other bits and pieces. So I'm going to add a player. We've built our bank up from 50 million to now 88.8 million quid, which is absolutely superb. I know exactly what I'm going to do here. Obviously, it's just Liverpool players, and they go up and down in value each week as well. So I'm going to go Sadio Mane. I'm going to add him in there. I'm going to go to the midfield. I'm going to bring in Diogo Jota for 26 million. And because I do think Thiago's going to start, I'm going to play a little wild card on Thiago because the thing is, he's right now, he's worth 14.5 million quid. If he plays, his value could skyrocket and we could get that bank up to sort of you know, 100 million quid, something like that, in which case we might actually be able to get 4 top players, which will give us points to go into the Redmen TV leaderboard and all that. So do download the Fanity app. As I mentioned, there is quizzes on there as well. There's the spot kick game, which I'm not going to do. I've embarrassed myself too much. I've been practicing, but I'm still no good. And we've got the team sheet, which you can see I've already lined up with my best case team right there, which is Alisson, Fabinho, Joel, James, Andrew, Jordan, Thiago, Jorginho, Jota, Firmino and Sadio Mane. So let's get into some of the comments. Let's start looking at a few of these options and stuff. I just need to refresh that as well because the internet went down. Brilliant. Love live content sometimes. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's talk a little bit about worst case scenario. Okay, so Fabinho doesn't come back. Henderson doesn't come back. Robertson doesn't come back. Thiago's not fit. Well, I mean, there's Chimikas. He could slot in there. Nat Phillips, he could slot in there. What are we looking at here? Maybe a 4-3-3, something like that. Chimikas, Matip, Phillips, Milner against Leicester and Vardy. Wijnaldum, Jones and Naby. I just can't see that he would be able to do a 4-3-3 if that's the case. I just think it's probably more likely that if it's worst case, actually, it's probably a little bit more 4-2-3-1, something like that, with Wijnaldum and Keita as a base to protect Phillips, Matip, Chimikas and James Milner, and then just sort of say, these lads are defending, your job is to join them occasionally, but really we just want these 4 to go and try and get us something in this game. Yeah, it's... oh my goodness, Chris, Hendo and Thiago confirmed out. When was this? By Klopp? When? They weren't. Okay, sound. Woo! Not fair. Not fair. Not live. Not live. That's not fair, boys. So yeah, I think that's probably worst case scenario. I do think if Thiago and if Henderson aren't available, then it's likely that we wouldn't do a 4-3-3 formation. But I'm going to get my other team back up and running now anyway, because there's no point in thinking negatively like that, is there? We don't want to think, we want to think positively. We want to think that our captain's going to be there. We want to think that Andy Robbo's going to make it. We want to see Thiago in the centre of the park again. That would be fantastic. And if that's the case, as I mentioned, it's probably a little bit something like that with that 4-3-3 formation there. Yeah. Okay, I think Hendo won't be fit, but Thiago will be. Well, if it is just Thiago, and I think that's actually quite a bit of an option there, mate. I think Naby Keita would probably just come in. Stuart Wisby, Alisson, Robbo, Fabinho, Matip, Milner, Gini, Hendo, Naby, which I think is what we've got on the board now. Jota, Bobby, Mane, maybe Thiago if he's fit. If it isn't, if Hendo isn't fit, Milner in the 6 and Nico plays right back. That's a good shout, actually. Obviously, we've got Nico Williams. I think I've put him down here as one of the lads that I wanted to talk about. Now, it's very much an option if maybe Thiago isn't available. That's actually a good shout. And we don't know where Naby Keita is. I'm sure he is fit, but yeah, James Milner could slot into the midfield. Maybe it could be a base of a 2 with Milner as well, something like that. But I do think that Milner is going to start at right back. Obviously, the other 2 lads that I've got there are Divock Origi and Reece Williams. So that's cool. Paul Joyce and David Lynch have said between them that Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago are all doubts for Atalanta. So very unlikely versus Leicester, says Dan J. I don't know the validity of that. I've not seen any of that yet because I've been doing a really cool interview with the director of At the End of the Storm, the Liverpool documentary film, feature-length documentary that is out next week. So I've been doing that this morning. It's been absolutely fantastic. I've watched the film. It's absolutely superb. But yeah, so there you go. Whoa, Stefan, Ali, Robbo, Matip, Phillips, Williams, Gini, Naby, Milner, Jota, Firmino, Mane. Jim 83 says, what's for tea? I don't know. My wife will sort that today for us. It's a good day. I might even try and get us a little order in pizza. Why not? But there we go. This is why you guys should do the Klopp. This after Klopp's press conference. Nothing is 100% confirmed. Everything's a speculation. Klopp expert. You're absolutely right. you're absolutely right, but Friday just doesn't fall right for the rest of the business and where we are in the world and stuff like that, because, you know, a little bit of family time and all that. So yeah, you're absolutely right. And plus, to be fair, it's more fun doing it with absolutely no chance of getting it right, because you get to shout at me, call me an idiot and say that I'm wrong. And once you've done that, please go and download that Fanity app. It really is brilliant. We're really enjoying it. I've done a couple of quizzes because I've missed a couple the last couple of days. Did quite well. A couple of obvious ones that I didn't get right, hoping so that the Fantasy 4 is where we get back this week. Hopefully Jota, Mane, Thiago, if he starts, can do me a little bit of a solid. We can get up to that 100 million, and hopefully then we can get the likes of Salah and Mane in at the same time. So it is an app where you can prove who out of your friendship group or anyone who follows Redmen TV is the most knowledgeable Liverpool fan. And it's not about spending money on the app to prove it. It's about quizzes, it's about games, and it's about getting points that way. There's no sort of monetary way of getting ahead, which is what I like about the app as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the Starting 11 prediction show. Keep them coming in. I'll check back over the next couple of days to see if anyone gets it right, certainly after the press conference as well. So I'll jump back into the comments after the press conference just to probably put a line up in that Klopp hasn't poo-poos, which I'm sure he will have done. Subscribe to Redmen TV, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ra.
A tale of what might have been, really.
You know, a young up-and-coming manager from Swansea.
Brendan Rodgers will be taking over the Liverpool hot seat.
Brendan is a top manager for me.
Incredible highs.
Liverpool are playing some of the best football anyway.
Some of my most enjoyable days.
No doubt there was a tinge of jealousy. I think everyone felt Liverpool were going to go on and win the title.
Unbelievable lows.
He deserves so much, you know, to win a title.
It was the worst thing that could have happened for Liverpool in that time.
It was always going to be difficult to replace him.
Liverpool as a club wasn't competing.
Everything went wrong there at the end.
It kind of deteriorated that relationship.
Liverpool have decided to terminate the contract of manager Brendan Rodgers.
It was difficult for Brendan.
Brendan was learning on the job.
Great coach, fantastic training sessions on the training pitch.
I was proud to be part of it.